any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. One of the functions of the Highway Patrol is the safeguarding of the billions of dollars worth of goods which are transported on the public highways. On March 29th, a crime was committed involving a vehicle which did not seem to be valuable, an ordinary unmarked panel truck.
That's our baby. Where's the flag? All right, out.
What's this, a hijacking?
No, it's a Cub Scout meeting. I said out. All right, let's get him around the other side of the truck so he won't be seen from the road. Get the keys. Got the list?
Yeah, right here.
Okay. Read off the crate numbers that are checked. We don't want to take any excess baggage with us.
Right, first one. Yeah. 224B.
224B.
You got it?
Yeah.
247C. 249C and 252J.
Wait a minute. I'm not a machine. Now, here, give me a hand with this. What was that again?
249C and 252J. Come on, hurry it up, will you?
Any more?
Yeah, there's one more. 277A.
Here we are.
This is the one we leave here.
Get the tire iron. And keep your eye on the driver.
Don't worry about the driver. He's out cold. This is odd.
That's worth $70,000.
70,000 bucks? Then it is odd.
Don't shoot, you haven't got a chance. You must have hit him like you were cracking eggs.
What'd you expect me to do, kill him? Come on, we'll take his panel truck.
Now, as soon as he hits a phone, this truck is going to be hot, and so are we.
Well, in that case, why don't we just leave the pictures and get out of here, huh?
We blew this job, we wouldn't get paid by Mills.
Yeah, that Mills, he's safe and sound counting his dough, and we're sticking our necks out a mile.
Wait a minute. I'll get the flag. All right, you, out. Now stand up against that hay and act nice and natural. Tony, take care of that picture. Get those things in the back of the truck and get out of here.
All right, stick your hands on.
Did you put the letter with the...
Yeah, everything's taken care of. All secure. What about him? He goes with us?
I guess he'll have to. You keep him covered and I'll drive.
Come on, happy boy, move. Come on, move.
Operator, get me the highway patrol. And hurry up.
A hijacking incident could mean an attempted revival of what had been a highly organized racket. Or it could mean a one-shot try for a specific cargo. The patrol moved fast. Within minutes, an officer was dispatched to the scene. A few miles from the area, the head of the highway patrol was on his way to headquarters when the call came through. The nature of the crime warranted a rendezvous with the investigating unit.
What have you got?
Well, the driver of this panel truck made the call. He got away in the hijacker station wagon.
How many guys involved in the job?
2.
Can you describe them?
He already has. It's in the mill.
Oh, fine. Is that him? Have DMV run a make of that station wagon. Might belong to one of the guys we're looking for.
Yes.
I'm Matthews. Thanks very much for your fast call. Would you mind going over the whole thing again for me, please?
Oh, well, like I told your man, I was coming up the road when this guy, he looked like a road worker, you know. Well, this guy flags me down, I stop, and he pulls a gun, and next thing I know, I'm hit over the head.
They tell me you got a good look at him.
I can describe one of them for sure. The other, maybe. A couple of real wise guys, making cracks about Cub Scout meetings and all. Take a look at this knot. They don't teach you to make those kind of knots in the Cub Scouts.
How'd you get away?
Well, they were unloading the paintings from the truck. I dashed for the station wagon, and here I am.
All right, thanks. Come on over here with me, will you? Looks like our boys need a course in art appreciation, doesn't it?
The driver of the truck said they only took about 4 or 5 paintings and left all the others.
Is that all? All the crates are numbered. They must have known what they wanted. Giles. Does this name mean anything to you?
No, sir.
How's it feel, fella?
Bumps on your head change your personality sometimes. Maybe I'm due for an improvement.
Does this name ring a bell with you?
Sure, Carter Giles. That's where he's taking this load to his house.
Who is he?
One of those big art collectors. Supposed to be worth a fortune. From what I hear, he spent over $1 million on paintings, and that ain't exactly...
Hey. Get out an APB on all hay trucks in the Central Turnpike area. Maybe our boy switched from a station wagon to a hay wagon.
Yes, sir.
Look, Mr. Mills, this is no time to go through the rule books. We're in trouble. This whole thing is going up for grabs. Yeah, we got the paintings and left a note for Mr. Giles, but the truck driver got away.
All right, listen to me. The best thing you can do is to separate yourself from that hay truck, that driver, and those paintings. Yes, those paintings. I don't want any part of them. Not now.
What about us? That station wagon will lead the cops right to our door. If you think we're going to take the fall for you, you're crazy. You have to get us out of this and fast.
I intend to get you out of this. Where are you?
The gas station at the top of the hill at the end of Route 9.
All right. I'll pick you up outside that gas station in about an hour. I've got to get you out of that area. Now, as to the paintings and that truck driver, there's only one thing you can do, and it must be done quickly and efficiently. Do you hear that, Eddie? Efficiently. You understand?
That's the only way to do it. I guess that's the only way.
Oh, it's Matthews. What? Oh, fine. Let me have the name. Edward R. Wells. What's the address? 272 Vernon Avenue. Right, thanks a lot. Dorsey.
Yes, sir.
DMV report in that station wagon. Edward R. Wells, 272 Vernon Avenue. Have you got it?
Right.
All right, check criminal records. One shot. See what you can turn up on this guy. Send a man out to the house. Check it out.
Yes, sir.
Give that, will you?
Listen to this.
What is it?
3212 reports a hay truck cracked up just off the turnpike. 4 paintings still in their crates found in truck.
Hay truck.
And 1 dead man.
Oh, come on, let's go.
Stolen paintings are here. That helps. Looks like murder.
It's gonna look the same way to the coroner.
The man found dead in the hay truck had not died of injuries caused by the accident. According to the coroner's report, he had been murdered. The key witness to the art robbery could identify the paintings, but not the murder victim. However, 2 hours later, the first lead on the two crimes was uncovered. The driver of the hijacked truck recognized the mugshot of one of the hijackers.
You sure this is the man?
He seems to be. Recognized him right away. Says this is the one that held the gun on him while the other one slugged him.
Edward R. Wells, age 32, convicted armed robbery, 2 counts, 1952. Parole last April. This kid's doing all right. He didn't build that station wagon out of a do-it-yourself kit.
I checked with the Bureau of Corrections for his address. It's the same one that the DMV gave us. Barnett checked the place out thoroughly and says that Wells lives with his younger brother, Tony.
I'll have Barnett stay there. Check the Bureau for his personal habits, his job, his friends, his hangouts. I want to find out if he and his buddy knew which paintings to take and which ones to leave.
What, do you think there's someone else working on the inside?
Well, somebody had access to those invoices. They knew when the shipment was going to arrive and the value of the paintings. We've only got 2 leads to the inside.
Edward R. Wells and who else?
Carter Giles. You know something? I think I'm going to get interested in art.
Apartment 8, gentlemen. You'll be safe here for a while. It's a long way from your home. Now stay in the room until you hear from me and forget all about those paintings.
Oh, sure. We can forget. But how do we make the cops forget?
You left the paintings in that hay truck, did you not?
Yeah, that's right.
And the driver?
Dead, like you told us.
I don't like it. This was supposed to be a straight heist job, and now we're up to our necks in murder.
The job you did for me, Eddie, was a masterpiece of unparalleled bungling. The 2 of you are fortunate to have any necks left at all. Now, if you're wise, you'll do as I tell you. Forget the paintings. Forget Carter Giles. Forget me for a while, too.
Forget you, Mr. Mills? Not until payday.
You were to be paid out of the money I got for those paintings. Now you'll have to wait till I get some cash.
How long do you expect us to wait? Till you build a nice frame for us and hang us on the wall? We need some traveling money.
The way things are at the moment, gentlemen, we have no choice. We have to trust each other, whether we want to or not.
Why, you...
Hold it, Eddie. He's right. What can we do? Besides, he said he'd get some dough to us when he gets some. Forget it.
We better be hearing from you. Quick. Lock the door.
I don't understand. What sort of person would deliberately ruin a work of art and then commit murder?
Whoever did it must know you very well. They know how you love paintings, how much you value them. They know you'll pay $500,000 to save your paintings.
Yes, I would. I couldn't permit a priceless work of art to be destroyed like...
All right, tell me something. Would you invest this kind of money to help us find a murderer?
I don't understand.
I'd like to have you answer the ransom note. $500,000 in cold cash. Pay it, just like the note demands.
But you said the paintings are safe.
All right, you know it. I know it. Nobody else does. Suppose you pay the ransom. What do you think would happen then?
I imagine the thieves would be as confused as I am right now.
I want to be around to see who is the most confused. I want a list of everybody who works for you. Your maid, your butler, your chauffeur, and your business associates like your lawyer, your attorneys, business manager.
Really, Mr. Matthews, I can't conceive of anybody going so low as to...
What, steal or commit murder?
I can't conceive of it.
Mr. Giles, is a mathematical formula. You take what you don't want to believe, add it to what you have to believe. You come up with amazing answers.
Yes. Oh, Mr. Giles, nice to hear from you. Yes. Yes, I'm going over some of your ledgers now. Pardon? 500,000, what for, CG? But as your business manager, I feel I must know. Oh, stolen? The paintings will be recovered, I'm sure. What? The police have no leads at all? Yes, of course, CG. I'll be right over.
You have no invoices, no records, no reports, nothing, is that right?
A paradox of the wealthy, Mr. Matthews. We hire a business manager so that we won't know how wealthy we really are.
I see, now. Now, about this Mr. Mills. Do you trust him?
I have for over 20 years. Come in. Ah, George.
Now, what's all of this about stolen paintings, CG?
Mr. Mills, I want you to meet Mr. Matthews of the Highway Patrol.
Having no, sir.
Mr. Matthews.
He's here to investigate the robbery.
I was afraid of something like this. Anything that expensive is bound to cause trouble. You spent too much for those paintings.
My financial watchdog.
Tell me, when were the paintings due to arrive here?
As I recall, the plane was to land 2 days ago.
Plane?
Air freight.
Oh, where are they located?
Upstate, about 62 miles in Gilroy. We had to pay extra for very secret trucking in an unmarked truck.
Now tell me, the trucking company, when did they say they would get the paintings down here?
I didn't know that we had done any business with a trucking company.
Well, the air freight company was to handle all trucking arrangements. If you wish, Mr. Matthews, I could arrange to find my copies of receipts and correspondence.
It's all right. I'll check with the company directly. Now, Mr. Giles, what about the ransom?
I have to pay it.
You plan to pay ransom after what these canvases have already cost you?
My paintings have been stolen, and I want them back.
But you have no guarantee you'll even get the paintings once the ransom has been paid. Are you going to permit this, Mr. Matthews?
Well, I'm very sorry. I think he has more confidence in the power of money than he has in the power of the law. There's nothing I can do to stop him.
Sorry, Mr. Mills. I want you to get that ransom money in cash as quickly as possible.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. I'll talk to you.
Goodbye, Mr. Matthews, and thank you.
CG, you're an idiot, paying out money for paintings that may never be returned to you.
How can you tell, George? Sometimes even thieves are honest with a large amount of money. Have that ransom money here in the morning. We will follow the instructions to the letter.
At Highway Patrol headquarters, work was started to turn theories into facts. A long-distance call was placed to the air freight company in Gilroy. It was learned that 3 copies of the invoice on the art shipment had been sent out. 1 to Carter Giles, 1 to the U.S. Customs Department, and 1 to the trucking company. A long-distance call to the trucking company in Gilroy revealed that only the most trustworthy personnel handle invoices on valuable cargo, and apparently the only outsider who had information on the delivery was Carter Giles himself.
You say Giles called about the shipment? When? Well, thanks very much.
Did you learn anything?
Well, the trucking company says that Giles called, wanted to know when his shipment would arrive.
Well, that seems natural enough.
It does, huh? Giles didn't even know that the trucking company was involved in the shipment. Have the phone company run a check on any calls to Gilroy from Giles' home and the home of his employees.
We'll need a court order for that.
That's a cinch. You make it out, I'll sign it.
The due process of law frequently must pass a bridge of legal paperwork and detail. But when necessary, that bridge can be crossed with surprising speed. In this case, the court order was prepared, approved, and issued within a few hours. By morning, the Highway Patrol had received the telephone company's report on the long-distance calls.
There's a report on that toll call placed to Gilroy. It was placed 2 days ago on the 18th to Oregon 80099.
Now, wait a minute. Yeah, here it is right here. Oregon 80099.
Well, whose phone is it?
George Mills,
Giles' business manager.
our inside man. Let's bring him in.
Hello.
Hello, is this Eddie?
Yeah, this is Eddie.
George Mills.
Mills.
Something important has come up. I think I'll be able to pay you gentlemen for your work after all.
What do you mean you think you'll be able to pay us? You'll pay us all right, or we'll pay you a visit.
No need for belligerence, Eddie. Everything will be all right when I see you. You will be there for a while, I trust.
We'll be here all right. Our social life has been pretty slow. And just for the book, Mills, we're clicking away like a couple of taximeters. The longer we wait, the more you pay.
I'm aware of that, Eddie. But I respect my obligations. You'll be paid in full. I'll see you shortly.
Well, he's coming.
With the dough?
He's bringing it.
Good.
Well, that's where he lives.
Yeah, and there he is. Let's pick him up.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's see where he takes us. Get in the car.
Hey, Eddie, what's a five-letter word meaning legal tender?
Wait till Mills gets here. He'll tell you.
Oh, then I wish he'd hurry up. Payday's the longest day of the year for me.
Doesn't get here soon, I'll go stir crazy.
Oh, I haven't money. M-O-N-E-Y. Who is it?
Well, it's about time.
Well, you have the dough?
It's here. I won't need a receipt for this particular payment, gentlemen. I'll mark it in the books as charity.
What does this mean, Mills?
I told you, I'm recognizing an obligation.
What for?
You were ordered to separate yourselves from those paintings.
Oh, we did.
Sure.
Then why is Carter Giles offering $500,000 for the return of those paintings?
He's doing what?
Giles has instructed me to pay the ransom for them. Evidently, you gentlemen have decided to put my plan into effect without the benefit of my guidance. Simple arithmetic, gentlemen.
Look, Mills, we don't get the same answers as you do.
Either you gentlemen tell me where you've hidden those paintings or accept my payment.
Look, Mills, you wouldn't shoot us. You'd have the whole apartment house down on your head.
I don't intend to shoot. I intend to turn you over to the police for the murder of the driver of that hay truck. You can't deny that you...
All right, hold it! Now, get against the wall.
Hey, look, this guy's trying to pin a murder rap on us, and he's as deep as we are.
Shut up, Tony.
Well, he is, isn't he?
Shut up.
Mr. Matthews, you certainly don't intend to link a man in my position with this common gunman.
Mr. Mills, judging from your position right now, it's going to be easy. Real easy. All right, move. I hope you'll be with us again next week. In the meantime, try to be as good a driver as you think you are. This is Bradley Crawford saying, see you next week.
of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. Constant problem faced by the Highway Patrol is in the enforcement of law in the more desolate rural regions, where the occasional communities are not large enough to require the services of full-time peace officers. It was in such a section on the morning of the 18th of August that the Highway Patrol encountered one of its most cold-blooded cases of murder.
Hello, Baldwin. How are you? How you doing, Al? Now, is that any way to welcome old friends? We haven't seen you since you got out. Oh, say, by the way, Al, this is my wife, Dell. Honey, this here is Al Baldwin.
Glad to meet you, Al.
What do you want? What do you mean, what do we want? We was just passing through and thought we'd stop and say hello to our old cellmate, that's all.
Quit wasting time and tell them what we're here for.
Look, I don't want any trouble, Tom. I've worked up a legitimate business since I got out of prison. I don't want any trouble.
We don't want any trouble either. The way we got it figured, there won't be any.
Okay. Okay, just so long as we understand each other. What's the deal?
Any place where we can talk?
On the station. No one can see you from the road.
Okay. Frank, you stay with the car. Come on, Dale. Kathy in the house?
How'd you know my wife's name?
We sort of kept tabs on you, Al. After all, us ex-cons got to stick together, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Do you mind telling me what you're planning?
We've got a cinch job here, Al. I used to work for the farm combine. I know all about how they send a guard through here to make bank deposits for your local farmers and merchants. Now, a year ago, the average semi-weekly pickup from 64 farmers and merchants ran better than $12,000. It's probably higher now.
Sure, but why does it have to be pulled here?
Sid Wells, the guard, hasn't changed his routine in years. The way we got it planned, he's not going to have a chance to fight back. So nobody gets hurt.
Well, what about me? What happens when the highway patrol starts coming around and asking questions?
Wells never got here.
Yeah, but what'll he say when I'm telling him that?
We can talk about that later, Tom. The main thing, Al, is Wells due here today around noon for a pickup?
No. He won't be by until tomorrow.
Well, why not? This used to be the day they had scheduled for a pickup.
They just changed it. If you come back tomorrow morning...
We're here. Why should we travel 50 miles back to the city when you can put us up for the night?
Well, I've got a small house. There's not much room.
Let's go inside and meet the missus. Hey, Frank! Over at the house.
Honey, this is Dell Wright.
How do you do? Hello, Mrs. Baldwin.
And her husband, Tom, and Frank Jennings.
How do you do?
How are you, Mrs. Baldwin? We're old friends of Al.
Tom and Frank and I were in state prison together.
Oh?
They're going to spend the night. I told them it'd be a little crowded.
Well, we'll do the best we can. All right.
It's a nice place you got here, Al. Where can Frank and I walk up?
Right in there through the arch. What?
Don't worry about it, Frank.
Can't help but worry.
Say, look, Al. You better tell your wife what we got in mind, just in case we need her. You know, she's got to have the right answers when the patrol comes around and starts asking questions.
Yeah, sure. It's a customer. I'll take care of.
Wait, you lying rat. What was all that tomorrow stuff about? That's the Combine guard out there now.
He was supposed to come by tomorrow.
Frank, you follow me out in case I need you. Come on. Del, come out here. Kathy, you come out here, too.
Al, what?
All right, stay right where you are. Del, you stay here with Kathy. And see that she stays here.
Sure.
All right, now let's get out there. You introduce me as your new helper. Understand?
Morning, Al.
Morning, Sid. This is my new helper.
Oh, glad to know you.
Hi, Sid.
Well, what do you got for me, Al?
It's inside. I'll get it for you. Well, that's it! All right, stay where you are. Frank!
There's trouble out there.
Get out. All right, let's go.
You think you can take care of both of them, Del?
Oh, don't worry about that.
Inside, you two.
Go on.
All right, let's have those keys.
You're gonna ride inside. Get in.
Okay, let's go.
Right. Out. All right, Frank.
Gee, mister, you got the money. You don't need to kill me.
Who said anything about killing you? Hurry up, Frank. All right, Wells, now get back inside. That'll do it. Lock it up. Better drive it up the hill a little way so it won't be so easy to spot from the highway.
That ought to do it.
Let's go.
Okay.
Now, that was dumb. You didn't set the handbrake.
We better get that truck out of sight.
Now, wait a minute. Here comes a car. We'd better get out of sight.
Come on.
Well, it looks like it coasted down this hill. Go on up there, see if you see any other tire tracks.
3016 at 2150. You on the air?
2150 by. What do you got?
Found a body in a panel truck. Plumber in Valley Circle. Been shot.
I'm not too far behind you. I'll meet you there. 10-4?
10-4.
150 to headquarters.
What are you doing? It's safer in here.
What happened?
The highway patrol spotted the truck.
Oh, we gotta get out of here.
Oh, use your head. We leave here now, we run smack into their roadblocks. We gotta stay put.
Well, yes, but they'll be coming here.
So what? As long as the Baldwins don't talk, we're okay. The patrol can't prove anything against us. Now look, smart boy. Now until we're able to get out of here, you and me are gonna stick together like glue, understand? I'm your new helper. You hired me yesterday and I'm here all alone, get it? One word out of you and she gets killed, savvy? Yeah. Okay. Now show me around outside. I want to look and act like a real grease monkey by the time the patrol gets here. Come on.
What'd you find in the hills? Any tire tracks or anything?
No, not a thing.
Looks like they took him up there, then killed him. The brakes slipped in the truck, and he came back on the highway.
Coroner's on his way down. He'll be able to give us an idea how long Sid's been dead.
We haven't got time for the coroner. No tire tracks. That means no car. Unless they took to the hills, they got to be in this area someplace. Wait a minute. Maybe they figured on a roadblock and they are holed up around here. Let's check on the guard. You know where he stops in this area?
Well, let me see. North about 2 miles is at Daniel's farm.
All right, check that. What about south?
Al Baldwin's gas station. Say, wait a second.
What?
Baldwin's an ex-con.
What do you know about it?
Well, he's been down here a couple of years. Cooperative. Never misses a report date. He and his wife seem like real nice people. But he did do time for a stick-up.
And there's a lot of ex-cons. That doesn't mean anything. Get on the horn. Have them check the north. Let's go to Baldwin's. Come on.
Wells didn't stop by here. Understand? Just remember your wife's inside with Dell and Frank. Oh, here they come. Now get a grin on your face and act natural. Hello, Al. Hi, Sarge. Want you to meet Dan Matthews, head of patrol. It's Al Baldwin.
Mr. Matthews?
All right.
This is my new helper, Tom Wright. Officer Walters, Dan Matthews.
How are you?
Matthews? Hi, Sarge.
Anything we can do for you, Sarge?
Did Sid Wells stop by here today?
No, I haven't seen him. Why?
Well, there's been a little trouble. The combine truck was held up and the driver killed.
Sid Wells killed?
Yeah, a couple of miles from here. You see or hear anything?
No, nothing at all.
How about you? Did you see anybody walk by in the past hour or so?
No, sir. I've been busy in the back. How'd you get that bump on your head, Al?
Well, I'm afraid that was my fault. I was lifting the hood, banged Al right in the forehead. Heck of a way to treat the boss, isn't it?
That sure is. If you hear anything, let us know, will you?
You bet we will, sir.
Thanks very much.
You said that no one was going to
You
get
did
hurt.
real good, boss. Just keep it up. I'm sure we won't have any trouble getting out of here tomorrow. Come on. I'm hungry. Let's get something to eat.
What about this Baldwin? Does he live alone?
No, he's got a wife, Kathy. She's a real nice girl. She always comes...
She always what?
Wait a minute, I just thought of something. Kathy's always around. Whenever a patrol car stops by, she always comes out with a cold drink. And that new helper. Al doesn't do the kind of a business where he needs a helper. Let's go back there.
How do you figure something's wrong?
I don't know.
Ever since Al moved down here, he's been clean as a whistle, but it just doesn't smell right.
I got an idea. I'm going back to Al's place. You join the other patrolmen. If I'm not out of Al's place in 10 minutes, come and get me.
Right.
Take off.
Dan Matthews was taking a calculated risk in returning to the gas station alone. If the murderers of the farm combine guard were there, he was hoping that this action might cause them to reveal themselves.
Want something, Mr. Matthews?
Got a job for you. Blew a tire. The car's just down the road.
Oh, I'll come up with you.
Hey, what about that list of supplies you said you needed, Al? You got to write the order today, don't you? If you want to go take care of it now, I'll go along with Mr. Matthews.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The supplies.
You need any tools, Mr. Matthews?
Everything's in the car.
Well, let's go.
All right, let's go.
He's taking Tom with him.
I don't think so. Not the way they're walking together. Anyway, he wouldn't have come alone for Tom. Oh, Al, what are we gonna
It's
do?
all right, honey. It's all right. Take it easy.
What's that cop doing with Tom?
He blew a tire. Tom went with him to change it.
Hey, I gotta hand it to that Tom. He's sure working things out right.
Where are you from, Tom?
Up north, sir.
What are you doing around here?
Well, Al said he could use a helper. I thought maybe there might be a better future for me down here.
Oh. Hold it. Put your hands on top of your head. Two shots fired. The lab will tell us whether this is the gun that killed the guard. Who else is in this with you?
Al Baldwin. It's his gun. He did the shooting.
Who else?
Nobody else. Just the two of us.
Where's the money?
I don't know. Al took it.
Where's Al's wife?
I don't know.
Take him away. Looks like your hunch paid off.
Shall we go pick up Baldwin?
No. I don't think he's telling us the whole story.
What do you mean?
Maybe Baldwin's in this, maybe he isn't. I don't know. But the way Wright was treading on Al's toes looked like he was afraid to let him out of his sight. Wouldn't let him come up here with me.
You mean like he's keeping Al as a hostage?
Yeah.
Well, if that's true, there's nothing to stop Al from talking now.
Unless other members of the gang are holding his wife. She might be in the house with him right now.
Well, if we go back there without Wright, they'll know there's trouble.
Yeah, we can't take him back there, that's for sure. This might work. You're about the same size and weight as he is.
You mean you want me to change clothes with him?
It's kind of risky. Maybe they're going to notice the difference. We'll have to take the chance.
Suppose I keep my face hidden. You could probably block their vision.
Well, I could try. It's worth the chance. Change clothes. Be sure you get the car keys.
What's keeping him? Was that the truth about that guy taking Tom just to change his tire?
I told you it was. Take it easy, Dell. He'll be back. Give him time.
Maybe he had a chance to run off without us. That's what I'm thinking.
Without the dough, not Tom. It's still in the back seat of the car. Who is it?
A patrol car.
Tom in it?
I don't know. I can't see.
Keep your back to the house. Somebody's watching.
Maybe Wright's supposed to signal him or something if everything's okay.
They've seen enough of you. Come on over here.
Okay, Baldwin. Get up and get rid of that cop. I suppose I can't. That's your worry. I said get rid of him. Sergeant, where's Tom?
We got him. He had a gun on him. Come on, Al. Why don't you tell us what's going on?
They've got Kathy inside. They'll kill her if you try anything.
Who's got her?
Tom's wife and his friend Frank Jennings. I knew the guys in the state prison. They came here today and told me what they were going to do. I tried to warn Sid Wells. That's how I got this knot on my head. But for heaven's sake, don't try anything. They killed Wells. They stand nothing to lose by killing my wife.
Relax, take it easy, will you? Did they see the sergeant? They think it was Tom?
Yeah.
Suppose you went in the house, told him Tom wanted to see him. Think they'd come out?
No, not both of them. Besides, Frank told me to get rid of you.
There's got to be a way to trick him out of there.
You'll only get Kathy into trouble. No matter what you do, they'll hold on to her. That's why I haven't been able to do anything. Don't you see? You can't touch them.
All right, relax. We're going to make sure nothing happens to your wife. Now, as long as they're holding you in check, you know nothing's going to happen to her.
They might think something's going wrong. They might get panicky. You got to give me a break and get out of here before they think I've double-crossed them.
Double-cross? That might work. Suppose they thought Tom was trying to get away.
Yeah, that might do it. They have the money in the back seat. Tom hid it there.
All right, here's what we'll do. I'm going to get in my car and drive away. When I'm out of sight, I'll park it and then come back. Take me 3 or 4 minutes. Now, Al, I want you to go in the house. You tell him Tom's scared. He's going to make a run for it. Tom, you get in the car. And when you do, have trouble starting it. Now, have you got this straight?
Still there, huh?
Yeah, I don't like this. If everything's going okay, why is that cop still hanging around?
How do I know? Maybe he's just standing there chewing the fat.
Al, I know how you feel. Now, do what you're supposed to do. Don't try and be a hero. We'll get your wife back for you.
Everything's okay.
Yeah. You go and get Tom. Tell him I want to know what's going on.
Tom will come in when he wants to. He don't like nobody to tell him what to do.
Oh, never mind. I'll tell him myself. You just watch her. Hey, Tom, come here.
Listen, something's up. I don't want him to see me talking to you like this. Come inside and I'll tell you.
Go on in. I'll follow you. What did he say to the guy on the phone?
He said that he'd meet him in town. That he's going to clear out alone with the dough. If he is, I'll get him.
Oh, we both will. That guy, that isn't Tom. He's just wearing Tom's clothes. He's a cop.
I'll get him.
So you did call the cops in, huh, Baldwin? I ought to kill you now, but I'm not through with you yet. We're all going outside. You and Kathy first. Come on. You cop, you in the car. Get out and drop your gun unless you want both of them to get it. Get around the back of the car. Now, you're going to drive us. We'll be in the back seat, and I'll have this gun on both of you. Now, get in.
Here. I told you not to be a hero. You could have gotten your head blown off.
I couldn't help it. When I saw her shoving that gun at Kathy, I guess I kind of lost my head.
Mrs. Baldwin, you got a good guy here. Hang on to him. Next week's Highway Patrol story is a very unusual one. I hope you'll be with us. Until then, remember, it isn't the car that kills, it's the driver. This is Broderick Crawford saying, see you next week.